For decades, Iran has been seen as dangerous, closed off, and extreme. But what if everything you've heard about the country was wrong? This video will reveal 15 astonishing facts about Iran, challenging every description from Western media and travel blogs. From shocking truths about Iranian women and temporary marriage contracts that go against Islamic law, to carpets more valuable than luxury homes, deserts hotter than ovens, and a nomadic tribe for over 800 years. This is the Iran you've never seen before. A common misconception is that Iranian women are restricted by hijab laws. While it's true that the hijab is legally mandatory, enforcement has significantly relaxed, especially in major cities like Tehran. You'll see women wearing colorful headscarves, fashionable long coats, and expressing their individuality through fashion choices that push boundaries but are still technically compliant with the law. The literacy rate for Iranian women exceeds 85%, according to 2024 UNESCO data, which is significantly higher than many countries in the region. And they have truly dominated academically for years, with nearly 60% of university students in Iran being women. At universities across Tehran, Isfahan, and Mashhad, you'll find women leading discussions on data science, robotics, film theory, and advanced mathematics. Iranian women also play an active role in society, participating in political, economic, social, and cultural spheres. They enjoy many freedoms, including the right to education, employment, marriage, divorce, child custody, and property ownership. In most Islamic countries, premarital relationships are strictly forbidden, but Iran has a unique legal solution that might shock you. Temporary marriage contracts called sigeh. It's completely legal, comes with official certificates, and is conducted through religious ceremonies. These contracts allow couples to live together and engage in intimate relationships for predetermined periods, typically lasting 3 to 5 months, and they can be extended if both parties agree. The system was designed to address the needs of Iran's young population, where 65% of people are under 25, and many face economic challenges that make traditional marriage difficult. However, the rules are strict. Women must be widowed, divorced, or have parental consent if unmarried. Men must prove they can financially support the woman during the contract period. After a simple mosque ceremony, the temporary marriage becomes legally valid. Human rights advocates support sigeh as a practical solution that helps reduce illegal activities while providing young people with legal, intimate relationships. But critics point to serious social consequences. Children born without knowing their fathers, women facing stigma after temporary marriages, and men avoiding long-term commitments. Here's something that will completely shatter your assumptions about Iranian society. Despite being known for strict dress codes and conservative laws, Iran actually performs more nose jobs than almost any other country in Asia. Experts estimate that nearly 40,000 rhinoplasty procedures are performed in Iran every year. This beauty boom isn't limited to women either. An increasing number of Iranian men are also turning to cosmetic surgery to enhance their appearance. The sight of overcrowded aesthetic clinics has become completely normal in major Iranian cities. Why is this happening in such a conservative society? With costs significantly lower than in the US and Europe, Iran's cosmetic surgery industry serves not just locals, but attracts international patients seeking affordable procedures. When you think of expensive art, you might picture paintings or sculptures, but in Iran, the most valuable masterpieces are woven on looms by hand, one knot at a time. Persian carpets aren't just floor coverings, they're living artworks that can sell for millions of dollars. The carpet weaving tradition in Iran goes back over 2,500 years to the Persian Empire. Each carpet is entirely hand-woven, taking years or even decades to complete. Master weavers embed their thoughts, experiences, and emotions into every single knot, creating pieces that are truly one of a kind. The most traditional Gaba carpets from Fars province are particularly prized. UNESCO has recognized Persian carpet weaving as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. The wool and silk threads are natural materials, with dyes made from plants and insects, giving each carpet colors that can never be replicated. The highest price ever paid for a Persian carpet was a staggering $33.7 million for the Clark sickle leaf carpet, sold at Sotheby's in New York in 2013. Average Persian carpets cost around $3,000, but masterpieces regularly sell for hundreds of thousands. Today, carpet export is Iran's second largest industry after oil. However, this ancient tradition faces extinction as young Iranians show little interest in the craft, preferring modern careers over the backbreaking labor their ancestors endured. Sign up for more unusual adventures and strange facts you won't find in textbooks. Located in eastern Iran, the Lut Desert, also known as Dasht-i-Lut, isn't just another hot place. This is literally the hottest spot on planet Earth. From 2003 to 2010, NASA's satellite data recorded ground temperatures reaching an absolutely mind-melting 70.7 degrees Celsius. But here's where it gets even crazier. More advanced instruments later showed that some areas actually reach temperatures of up to 80.8 degrees Celsius. To put that in perspective, that's hot enough to cook an egg on the ground in seconds. It's so extreme that almost nothing can survive there. The desert is surrounded by massive mountain ranges that act like a giant natural oven, trapping heat and blocking any moisture from getting in. In areas covered with black volcanic rocks, these stones absorb almost all the sun's energy and blast it back out like a furnace. Despite covering more than 51,800 square kilometers, this scorching wasteland has virtually no vegetation except for a few special types of shrubs. Yet this hellish landscape holds incredible secrets. Recent archaeological excavations have uncovered 87 ancient sites, dating from the 5th millennium BC, revealing that civilizations once thrived in these now impossible conditions. Deep in the mountains of Iran lives one of the world's most fascinating tribes with a marriage tradition that will blow your mind. The Qashqai tribe, numbering around 400,000 people, practices a custom where if a wife cannot bear children, she has the right to choose a second wife for her husband. And here's the kicker. The husband has absolutely no right to refuse. This isn't some ancient relic either. The Qashqai are still living this way today, maintaining their nomadic lifestyle and traditional customs that go back over 800 years. They migrated from Central Asia to Iran during the 11th and 12th centuries, bringing with them not just their livestock, but their ironclad social rules. In Qashqai society, being single is considered a serious offense, seen as going against the natural law of survival. The first wife carefully selects the new bride based on her own criteria, and once the decision is made, that's it. The arrangement becomes official through their traditional ceremonies. But the Qashqai are facing a modern crisis. Climate change and economic pressures are forcing many young tribe members to abandon their ancestral lifestyle for city jobs. The elders worry that within a generation, their unique culture could disappear forever. Forget everything you think you know about Iran being just desert. Hidden in northern Iran lies one of Earth's most incredible natural treasures. The Hyrcanian forest. This isn't just any forest. This green paradise is estimated to be 50 million years old, making it older than many dinosaur species. Stretching across 55,000 square kilometers along the Caspian Sea, this forest survived the ice age that wiped out most European forests. While glaciers destroyed vegetation across continents, the Caspian Sea acted as a natural shield, protecting this ancient ecosystem. Walking through the Hyrcanian forest is like stepping back in time. Scientists have discovered traces of Neanderthals who once lived in caves throughout the region. The forest is home to Persian brown bears, wolves, red deer, and the magnificent Persian leopard, one of the largest leopard subspecies in the world, with adults weighing up to 90 kilos. The forest is also a treasure trove of medicinal plants that Iranian herbalists have used for centuries. Many of these species exist nowhere else on Earth, making this forest not just a tourist destination, but a living pharmacy that could hold keys to future medical breakthroughs. While the world debates immigration policies, Iran has quietly become one of the largest refugee-hosting nations on Earth. For over 4 decades, this sanctioned country has opened its doors to people fleeing war and persecution, currently sheltering approximately 800,000 registered refugees, according to Iranian government data. The majority, over 700,000, are Afghans who escaped decades of conflict in their homeland. The remainder includes Iraqis, Syrians, and Pakistanis seeking safety and opportunity. But here's what makes this even more remarkable. Experts estimate that between 1.5 and 2 million undocumented Afghans also live in Iran, bringing the total refugee population to potentially 2.8 million people. This massive humanitarian effort comes at an enormous cost for a country facing international sanctions. These refugees work in low-income jobs, often in construction, transportation, and carpet weaving. Unfortunately, this has also created a dark side. Around 3 million children aged 10 to 15 are working in harsh conditions, with some local media suggesting the actual number could reach 7 million children. Despite these challenges, Iran continues this humanitarian role while maintaining a GDP of $1.6 trillion and a per capita income of $18,487, proving that even under pressure, the country maintains both economic strength and social responsibility. Despite international sanctions, Iran sits on an energy goldmine that would make any nation jealous. The country possesses 208.6 billion barrels of oil reserves, ranking third globally behind only Saudi Arabia and Venezuela. But that's just the beginning. Iran holds the second largest natural gas reserves in the world, with over 30 trillion cubic meters, trailing only Russia. The country currently produces 3.45 million barrels of crude oil daily, exporting 1.515 million barrels while using the rest domestically. In 2022, oil revenue alone brought Iran approximately $58 billion, the highest level since 2017. Including domestically consumed oil, the total value of Iran's oil production could exceed $115 billion annually. But Iran isn't just relying on fossil fuels. The country is aggressively pursuing renewable energy, with wind and solar power currently accounting for 6% of total electricity output. The government aims to increase this to 10% by 2025. Beyond energy, Iran is a mineral treasure trove. The country possesses world-leading reserves of zinc, copper, and iron ore, plus significant deposits of chromium, lead, manganese, gold, uranium, and titanium. Iran has also achieved 90% uranium enrichment and operates advanced centrifuge systems, marking major technological achievements despite international pressure. Rising majestically from the Alborz mountain range, just 66 kilometers northeast of Tehran, stands Mount Damavand at 5,671 meters above sea level. This isn't just Iran's highest peak. It's the highest volcano in Asia and one of the 12 most topographically prominent mountains in the world. Although Damavand last erupted around 5,300 BCE, the summit still contains a small volcanic crater with bright yellow sulfur deposits, remnants of its fiery past. The mountain is crowned with magnificent glaciers that have historically provided water for villages and farmlands below, feeding many of Iran's major rivers. Climate change is causing these ancient ice streams to retreat, but the mountain still offers other natural gifts. The slopes feature mineral-rich hot springs that locals believe can heal chronic wounds and skin diseases. These therapeutic waters are bottled and distributed throughout the country. But Damavand's significance goes far beyond geology. In ancient Persian culture and Zoroastrian legends, this mountain is where the three-headed dragon Azi-Dahaka, representing chaos, is imprisoned until the end of time. It's also where the tyrant Zahak was eternally chained by legendary heroes Kaveh and Faradin. For Iranians, Damavand isn't just a natural wonder. It's a symbol of resistance, freedom, and the eternal spirit of their civilization. Saffron, known as red gold, is literally worth more than gold by weight. And Iran produces a staggering 90% of the world's supply of this precious spice. In 2019 alone, Iran produced 430 tons of saffron, most of which gets exported to Turkey and Spain for international distribution. But the process behind saffron production is backbreaking work that explains its incredible value. Each saffron flower produces only 3 tiny stigmas, the threads that carry the precious flavor and nutrients. To produce just 1 kilogram of dried saffron, farmers must handpick over 11,000 flowers covering 1.5 hectares of land. The entire harvest must happen by hand within a narrow time window, as the flowers bloom simultaneously and wither quickly. Farmers rise before dawn in the chill of early winter, racing against time to collect the blooms at their peak. Every November, when saffron fields across Iran burst into purple bloom, the landscape transforms into a brilliant carpet that attracts thousands of international tourists. This natural spectacle not only moves hearts but creates vital income for rural communities, who have perfected this craft over generations. Despite the hard work and sometimes unstable income, Iranian farmers continue this tradition with deep pride, viewing saffron not just as a crop, but as crystallized labor, heritage, and national identity. While many assume Iran lacks modern infrastructure, Tehran's metro system tells a completely different story. This underground network is considered one of the cleanest and most cost-effective subway systems in the world, with tickets costing less than 10 cents and covering almost the entire capital city. Every day, millions of people from surrounding cities commute to Tehran for work, relying on this efficient system that handles the daily movement of nearly 15 million residents in the metropolitan area. The metro plays a crucial role in keeping this massive city functioning smoothly. What makes Tehran's metro unique is its dual car system. Some cars are designated for women only, ensuring comfort during rush hours, while mixed-gender cars are also commonly used. The stations are remarkably clean and well-maintained, defying stereotypes about infrastructure in sanctioned countries. The metro network spans over 200 kilometers with more than 100 stations and continues expanding. In 2025, new extensions connected satellite towns, reducing traffic congestion and giving low-income families better access to the city center. This isn't just transportation, it's proof that development continues even under economic pressure. Iran's national rail system extends far beyond Tehran, spanning from the Persian Gulf to the Caspian Sea with modern electric trains linking provinces across this vast country. For many Iranians, efficient public transport is a lifeline and evidence that progress persists despite international sanctions. Step into Tehran's Grand Bazaar and you're entering one of the oldest and largest marketplaces in the world, a maze of narrow alleys that has been the beating heart of Iranian commerce for centuries. This isn't just a shopping destination, it's a living, breathing cultural ecosystem where tradition meets modernity every single day. Located in central Tehran, the bazaar covers massive areas filled with everything imaginable. Spices that fill the air with intoxicating aromas, hand-woven carpets worth small fortunes, gleaming gold and silver jewelry, antiques that whisper stories of ancient Persia, and food stalls serving mouth-watering Iranian street food. The architecture itself is stunning, with beautiful domes and vaulted ceilings that have witnessed centuries of trade, negotiation, and daily life. Walking through these corridors, you'll hear the sounds of bargaining, as locals and tourists negotiate prices with vendors who have inherited their stalls from generations of family members. The bazaar becomes especially electric during holidays and religious celebrations, when it transforms into a carnival of colors, sounds, and energy. Different sections specialize in specific goods. The copper market, where artisans hammer intricate designs, the gold market, where jewelry sparkles under ancient lights, and the carpet section, where masterpieces hang like paintings in a gallery. This is where all of Iranian society converges. Shopkeepers, customers, tourists, workers, wholesalers, brokers, and social visitors. The bazaar represents the true diversity and vibrancy of Iranian culture, proving that commerce and community have thrived here for millennia. Forget the desert stereotype completely. Iran is one of the most geographically diverse countries on Earth, featuring everything from snow-capped mountains to lush forests to pristine beaches. In a single day, you can literally experience snow in the north and warm summer beaches in the south. The northern regions along the Caspian Sea are covered in dense green forests that look more like Switzerland than the Middle East. Just 3 hours from Tehran, you can find yourself in these lush landscapes where locals hold festivals, weddings, and celebrations throughout the year. The country features world-class ski resorts in the Alborz Mountains, including Dizin, Shemshak, and Tochal. Dizin sits at over 2,600 meters above sea level and ranks among top international skiing destinations, with Iranians hitting the slopes each winter, just like any mountain resort worldwide. Iran's coastlines offer completely different experiences. The Caspian Sea to the north provides cool, temperate coastal living, while the Persian Gulf Coast in the south offers warm waters and tropical climates. The country also features dramatic mountain ranges, vast salt flats, and yes, those famous deserts, but they represent only 22% of Iran's total land area. This geographic diversity creates microclimates, supporting everything from tropical fruits like dates to cold weather crops like almonds and blueberries. Iran might be the only country where you can harvest both tropical and Arctic agricultural products within the same borders. Perhaps the most mind-blowing fact about Iran is how its young generation is quietly revolutionizing the country from within. With 65% of the population under 25, Iranian youth are creating a cultural renaissance that challenges every stereotype about their nation. In Tehran's trendy neighborhoods, you'll find underground music scenes, art galleries, startup incubators, and coffee shops that wouldn't look out of place in Berlin or San Francisco. Young Iranians are coding apps, creating digital art, producing films, and building businesses that connect Iran to the global economy despite sanctions. Social media reveals another side of Iranian youth that rarely makes international headlines. The controversial Rich Kids of Tehran Instagram accounts showcase luxury cars, rooftop pools, designer clothing, and private parties, proving that prosperity and modern lifestyles thrive alongside traditional values. These young Iranians navigate complex social realities with creativity and resilience. They use VPNs to access global internet, attend underground concerts, participate in fashion scenes that push boundaries while staying technically legal, and pursue higher education at rates that surpass many developed nations. Universities across Iran buzz with student discussions about democracy, technology, entrepreneurship, and Iran's place in the world. Many speak multiple languages, follow global trends, and dream of careers that transcend traditional boundaries. This generation represents Iran's future, educated, connected, ambitious, and determined to shape their country's destiny on their own terms. After exploring these 15 mind-blowing facts, one thing becomes crystal clear. Iran is nothing like what most people imagine. This is a country where ancient traditions coexist with cutting-edge technology, where women excel in universities while wearing headscarves, where nomadic tribes maintain customs older than most civilizations, while tech entrepreneurs build startups in modern cities. Iran isn't the monolithic, backward society often portrayed in media. It's a complex, diverse nation of 86 million people navigating the space between tradition and modernity, East and West, ancient heritage and contemporary aspirations. The real Iran includes poverty and wealth, restriction and freedom, conservatism and progressiveness, all existing simultaneously in a society that defies simple categorization. It's a country where you can ski in the morning and swim in the afternoon, where wives choose additional wives for their husbands, where the world's oldest forests grow alongside the hottest deserts, and where young people create art that speaks to global audiences while honoring their Persian roots. So the next time you hear about Iran in the news, remember these facts. Remember that reality is always more complex, more nuanced, and more fascinating than any single story can capture. What surprised you most about Iran? Which fact challenged your assumptions the strongest? Let me know in the comments below what you think about this incredible country. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss our upcoming videos exploring the hidden truths about our amazing world. And thank you for joining me on this journey through the real Iran. Your support means everything, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll uncover more shocking truths about countries you think you know. We are so glad you are with us today. Please leave a comment, like the video to support us, and subscribe for more videos. See you soon.